Let me ask you guys this before I know Jeff's got to go in a minute. Before we lose you,
I want we need to hit a little Kyle Neptune before you lose.
No, that
but
yeah, that's literally what I was about to ask you. Is how do you feel about Kyle? How hard of a role, like how big of shoes is he stepping into? Like, look, Shire had a year to kind of prepare himself for this, right? Hubert Davis is a guy that's been around the college ranks for a while. Kyle Neptune, I mean, what is he, like 33 years old? I swear I feel like that dude was just playing the other day.
Oh, Kyle Neptune's got to be closer to 40 than 33. But here's the thing. First of all, Jay's not going to leave Kyle Neptune with some great team. Okay, number one. Mm-hmm. And they're not recruiting. They're not recruiting like John Shire, who I just saw at Duke. Okay, so he's going to have a rebuilding job of sorts. And now you've got a Villanova program that the expectations are so high and probably unfairly so, because Villanova, unlike the last 6 years, that was at a different level. Like Fanta said, like they were rolling. They weren't just leading the Big East; they were leading the country.
Yes.
What he did,
yes,
with culture guys, right? And Kyle Neptune can do that. He can keep the culture up. Okay, but you've also got to get fortunate, like Jalen Brunson, Ryan Arcidiacono. Obviously, what we've seen out of Colin Gillespie, Jermaine Samuels. Yeah, maybe they bring
Bridges. They have so many. They have so many great players. Yeah,
so many great players. And we're talking about Jay Wright. Do you want to weigh in?
Oh God.
Jason Tatum's mother does not want to weigh in on Jay Wright. Does not want to weigh in. That was a no. I think she's upset with the way her son's playing in the first half. He has not done jack shit. So she looked a little frustrated. Listen, Kyle Neptune, we don't have enough body of work with Kyle Neptune. One season at Fordham. He was obviously at Villanova as an assistant when they had a lot of success. So he did something right there. Evaluating, developing, they did all of it. They did all of it at Villanova. I just think the jury's going to be out. And I think he's got a tough road to sled here. Because, again, the expectations are so high for this program. I just don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm afraid that this program is going to fall back, not a step, but maybe more than a step.
Yeah, because what I don't think people realize is that the Villanova program itself it's a blue blood because Jay Wright was there more than it is the same thing. It's not on the same level for when it comes to facilities, when it comes to funding, when it comes to the size of the fan base, as the likes of North Carolina or Duke or Kansas or Louisville or any of these other programs. Now, it has unbelievable tradition and unbelievable pedigree. That didn't work for Georgetown. It hasn't been great for UConn coming back from Jim Calhoun. Like, it's going to be fascinating to see how this program develops under Kyle. I want it. I like Kyle. I want this to work for him, but this is not an easy situation that he's going to be stepping into, I don't think.
It's not an easy situation. At least he has a year of head coaching under his belt, a year in which he did some good things at Fordham. It's not an easy place to win. They've been at the doormat. They've been the doormat of the Atlantic 10, and he instilled a culture there and did some really good things. Certainly tough for that program to lose him this soon. But I'll say this. Like, we need to further reflect on what you just said about Villanova. I can tell you guys this. Jay Wright is so widely respected because he's done things the right way. And there's a respect for him in the job that he's done from the Georgetowns, from the Providences, from the Seton Hall, your St. John's, your Big East school, that school. It's not like Villanova has the UConn state school resources that they're pouring in. Those resources have grown off national titles. But guys, Villanova built it. They built a champion with the same type of resources that those other programs I just listed have. And that's why other coaches in the league and other coaches in college basketball have said, damn, like, I have nothing but respect. When Jay Wright's not in the room and you talk to people about Jay, what happens? Somebody is defined by how good they are when they leave a room and you start talking about them. And if he left the room, everybody glowed about Jay Wright.
Listen, it was all about the Villanova culture. It was all about the Villanova culture. Everybody. I mean, I just talked to Scott Drew about it recently, and he said, like, we aspire to be Villanova. And they just won a national title a year ago. And he's saying these things after winning the national title. Everybody aspired to have the culture that you know, the biggest thing to me was those kids always played hard, always played the right way. Not always in the last 6, 7, 8, 10 years. Now, there was a point, guys, 10 years or so ago when we thought Jay Wright might not make it, that he might get fired. It was back, I think, in 2013. They had Corey Stokes, Corey Fisher. They took some chances on guys, and then he got the culture back, and he hasn't lost it since. And that's the key with Villanova. I think Kyle Neptune will stick with that.
I'm not worried about that part of it at all. Like when it comes to whether like is Villanova going to be able to get the guys that fit what they want to do? I absolutely 100% believe that they are going to. My concern is that nobody was better at teaching they call them their concepts, right? At playing the way they want to play, doing the things they want to do. No one has done that better than Jay. And we've seen a lot of his former assistants end up at programs and not be able to instill that. So that's my concern is what are we going to see out of this Villanova team? And like part of the reason why it works is because you have that culture, you have that that expected development time. You're going in knowing that you're not going to be a star freshman, sophomore, maybe even junior year. You might play 5 years there, but if you put in your time, you do the work, you develop, you learn what they wanted to do, they will turn you into an NBA role player, right? If Colin Gillespie and Jermaine Samuels play 1 second of NBA time, that 2018 national title team will have had 7 NBA players on the roster. Think about that.
Well, let's hold on a second. Not just like let's stop from NBA role player because I get what you're saying. Well, yeah, how about just NBA player? How about just NBA player and getting bags? Because Jalen Brunson's getting paid. Jalen Brunson, did you watch? The only reason why the Suns were close last night to winning is because Mikal Bridges refused to stop putting in an effort. Those guys are different. They're built different. And I think, honestly, Jay looked at the culture of college basketball, and this is the other side of this. So this is where Jeff brought up my side of the argument, and I get it. Jay looked at the current climate in college basketball and said, can my system be as successful in the current climate? And the answer to that question is no.